third grade. This is your language lesson, page 148. So if you look at the top of the purple box, it tells you again that an adjective is a word that describes a noun. We've been talking about that quite a bit this year in our writing about using adjectives. Now, the next thing is something I kind of hinted to when we were talking last week, and that is that the words a, an, and the are always adjectives. So I want you to add this to your notes, because when you are taking your quizzes and your tests, you're going to be able to look at those notes, and this will really help you. So on those notes where we wrote what kind, how many, which one, and whose, you should have all those on your notes. You're going to add this. These always count as adjectives. The word a, an, the. Those three words always are going to count as adjectives. So if a paper asks you to circle the adjectives, you are going to go through and you are going to circle every a, every an, and every the. Now there's something else important you need to know about the words a and an. If we are identifying a word, a noun, that uses a consonant, we use the word a. So if the next word after a starts with a consonant, we use a. If the next word starts with a vowel or a vowel sound, we use an. So let me explain what that means. So if we have something like number 1, happy smile. All right. The next word, and we want to fill in either a or an. The next word here starts with an H. An H is a consonant, so we would use the word a. Okay. If we have something like number 3, where it says artist, artist starts with a vowel. So the word that goes before that should be an. Now that last part of it might sound a little confusing. It says use an before a vowel or a vowel sound. Well, there are some words that start with a consonant, but the consonant is silent. So for example, the word hour. We don't say hour. What hour is it? We say hour. So since it starts with a vowel sound, the word hour would get the word an in front of it. An hour. Okay. So make sure you have all those things above the line in your notes now. Pause if you need to and make sure all of that is in your notes. Okay, so you're going to finish Think A. I did 2 of the problems with you. Think B, Remember B is something we've done a lot of times. Remember, that's just strengthening those neural pathways. So you're going to practice something we've done a bunch of times to help you get better at it. Now, Think C. You've done this a couple times, and some of us met, if you weren't quite getting it, we met to go over it a little bit. And I'm just going to do the first 2 sentences here with you, and then you'll finish the Think C on your own. It's really important that you look at each word and really think about which are the nouns. It's also important that you follow directions. It says underline the nouns, circle the adjectives. So you need to do that, because if you just circle everything, then I don't know which ones are the nouns and which ones are the adjectives. So let's look at number 1. Carlos watched the green and yellow parachute in the sky. Okay, so the first thing I have to do is find the nouns in the sentence. So I know Carlos is a person. right? Watched, that's something I do, so that would be a verb, that's not a noun. The green and yellow parachute is a thing in the sky. All right, so I've underlined my nouns, Carlos, parachute, sky. Now I need to circle the adjectives. First thing I'm going to do, look for any a, an, or the. All right, there's a the here. And there is a the here. Now, do not confuse this word with this word. This is the word and. That is a conjunction. We haven't learned those yet, but that means it's something that links two things together. It is not the same as the word and. They're two different words. Okay, so I've gone through, I've circled the word the. There are no A's and there are no ands. So now I need to look for other words that are descriptive words. So there's nothing here that describes Carlos. So now I have the parachute. Are there any words here that describe the parachute? Well, there are. They're words that describe the color. Green, yellow. Okay, so those are the adjectives. We have the green, yellow that describe parachute, and the that describes sky. All right, let's look at number 2. Oh, and then, sorry about that, I forgot the next step. We would draw our arrows. Now, it gets to be a lot on these pages. Okay. All right, next sentence. Mrs. Martin asked, "Why is your little brother wearing his snow boots in the house?" So the first thing we're going to do is go through carefully and look for nouns. Well, we have Mrs. Martin. Right, we have brother. We have boots. And we have house. Now be careful here. The noun here is boots. Okay, we're going to see that snow is a kind of boot. It tells us what kind of boot. So that's going to be an adjective. All right, so now I've underlined. I'm going to go through and look for any a, an, or the. Well, I have no a and no an, but there is one the in the sentence. Then I'm going to look and look for my other adjectives. So are there any adjectives that describe Mrs. Martin? Nope. All right. Then I have my next noun is brother. So I'm going to look here. What adjectives describe brother? So there are 2 here. Your tells me whose brother. And little tells me what kind of brother. All right. Next, we're going to look here. We have boots. His tell me whose boots, and snow tells me what kind of boots. So his and snow describe the boots, the describes the house, and then your, and little would describe the brother. All right, you are going to finish that page, and see you next time.